2022, the 19th day of school.
We are glad that you are here today and hope that you have left your average at home or on the bus and are ready to have a respectful and responsible day.
Ready means being in the right place at the right time with the right stuff.
Respectful means treating others the way you want to be treated.
And responsible means doing your job with a smile on your face and giving perfect effort.
Speaking of responsibilities, our first responsibility is to be ready to show respect for the rights that we have in this country and at the school.
We do this by daily saying the Pledge of Allegiance, the school pledge, and doing a moment of silence.
To show respect when we say the pledge, we stop what we're doing, stand up, put our hand over our hearts like this, and say the pledge loudly, clearly, and with pride.
Would you please stand for the pledge and remain standing for the Kennedy School Pledge?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing for the Kennedy School Pledge.
I pledge myself as a Kennedy dragon to be ready for the day ahead of me. I will be respectful for myself, my teachers, and all others I meet throughout the day. I promise to be responsible for myself, my actions, and my learning. I will work my hardest to be the best dragon I can be.
Please take a moment to reflect silently on your day, your activities, and what you hope to accomplish.
My name is Cheyenne.
And I'm Emily.
Another responsibility we have is to try to keep each other safe by slowing down the spread of germs.
We do this by frequently washing our hands. When we wash our hands, we run in soap and water and alcohol-based hand sanitizer.
When we wash our hands, we're going to get all parts of our hands, the palms of our hand, the back of our hands, in between our fingers, and our outer fingertips, plus our wrists and our thumbs.
When we wash our hands, we want to do it for at least 20 seconds, so let's wash our hands.
It's Friday, so it's time for Dad Joke Friday. This joke's come from Isabella in Miss Moriarty's class. What did the hamburger name his daughter? Patty.
Now that we have washed our hands, done pledges, and moment of silence, let's get started with birthdays.
Happy birthday to Bailey Patton, who is 8, Liliana Lopez, who is 6. Happy birthday on Saturday, the 27th, to Alice Mitchell, who will be 7, Angie Costaller, who will be 9, and Ever Flores, who will be 7.
Happy birthday on Sunday, the 28th, to Tilla Gordon, who will be 7, and Kylie Pelham, who will be 8. Our next responsibility each morning is to make our lunch choice.
For lunch today, we will have mystery lunch. We hope it's chicken drumstick, but when the delivery truck doesn't show, it's a mystery. But it will be good.
If you don't want mystery lunch, you could always get PB&J or muffin and yogurt. Here to tell us about the weather is Riley.
Hi, I am Riley, and I will be bringing you today's weather report. Today is predicted to be mostly cloudy with a 24% chance of showers and with a high of only 86 and a low of 68. You may get a little wet and may have to have inside recess, but it is Friday, so let's enjoy it.
Another dad joke from Isabella in Miss Moriarty's class. What did the traffic light say to the car? Don't look at me, I'm changing.
Thank you, Riley. It is now time for our morning message.
Please make sure you are being a respectful listener to Mia as she brings us the morning message.
Good morning, Kennedy Elementary. This is Cadence.
This is Kavea
with a few words of wisdom. Miss Fields is called the Cookie Lady because she has sold millions and millions of cookies to other people around the world. Miss Fields' cookie recipe is top secret, but she's always happy to share her recipe for success. Here's her recipe.
First, you have to believe in yourself. Second, you have to keep trying even when things get tough. Third, you have to learn from the mistakes you make. And last but not least, you have to be a generous person.
So the next time you eat a cookie, any cookie, think about Miss Fields' recipe. Then make some smart choices, keep trying, a great day or not. The choice is yours.
Dad joke number 3 from Isabella. Why can't you give Elsa a balloon? Because she'll let it go.
I'm Elijah and I'm doing special day. Today I'm going to talk more about my geckos. My geckos are nocturnal. They have stuff on their hands that they can climb walls. That's all for special day today.
All right, last dad joke of the day. Why don't you have to be scared of a lion with no legs? Because it's disarmed. Have a
All the
great day.
announcements we have for the day
Please help Mr. Butcher, Mr. Newport, and your teachers keep us safe, which is their job.
by being a ready, respectful, and responsible student who's focused on graduating in the year.
Because when you are a ready, respectful, and responsible student who's focused on graduating, you are
Boldly committed to student success. I'm Aaliyah.
And I'm Reagan.
Have an awesome day.
All right, it's time for our read aloud of the day. We do read alouds for 3 reasons, and this week we're advertising books that are available for you to purchase in our book fair, like this book right here. Another reason why we do book read alouds is so that I have the opportunity to try to model for you guys what good readers do. Good readers read fluently. Fluently is one of the 3 most important things that you can do to become a better reader. Fluently means that you read the words correctly at a good pace, not too fast and not too slow, and with expression. It's also an opportunity that you guys have to practice what good readers do. Good readers, they listen when it's a fiction book. They listen for the character, who or what the story is about. They listen for the setting, where and when it's taking place. They listen for the sequence of events, what happens first, next, and last. And they also ask themselves questions. What just happened? Why did it just happen? How did it just happen? What do I think is going to happen next? And that helps them to comprehend, which is another pillar of reading. So here we go. The Cool Bean, written by Jory John and illustrated by Pete Oswald. The author is the person who wrote the words, illustrator is the person who drew the pictures. Here's our cover page. You can see this one. You guys may have seen the bad seed. The Cool Bean, there's our title page. Watch out, here come the cool beans. The cool beans. Oh yeah, check out how they move. Look at the way they swagger. Notice their sunglasses. Yeah. The cool beans are known all over school, from house to house, across town, beyond county lines. Cool beans. In the olden days, last year, we were all one big pot of beans. We were a mixed bag, but somehow it worked. Yep, those were the good old days. And then we stopped seeing each other as much. That's just how it is sometimes. You spend less time together, even though you're not totally sure why. So they all used to be together, and now they're kind of split up. Kind of like happens in classes. You're all together, and then you change the next year. I watched as the beans I knew so well, the beans from my own pod, became the cool beans. Oh, they were so cool. One of them could play the guitar. Cool. One of them could draw the best superheroes. Cool. And one of them could jump higher than any bean I'd ever known. Cool. Me? Well, I mostly just stayed the same. Sure, I made some small changes. I wore sunglasses. Too big. I slicked my hair back. Too slick. I strutted around. Ow! I swaggered. Oof! I was still picked last for everything. My clothes never seemed to fit. I snorted when I laughed. I walked into stuff. Oof! I was an uncool bean for sure. I started thinking of myself as just a common bean with no special skills. I couldn't compete, so I didn't even try. I'd never be a cool bean. It seemed like there were two types of beans in the world. There were the cool beans and the beans like me. I like how it says legumes or beans. The days all blended together. I lived my life and things were just okay. I took tests and ate lunches, mostly kept to myself. The cool beans, well, they continued to be cool. I mean, sure, I missed them a bit, but it's not like I was going to say anything. I felt like all that coolness had gotten in the way of our friendship. And that's how it was. Until one day. What do you think's going to happen? Think he's going to be cool bean? We'll see. I was in the cafeteria. I dropped my lunch on my loafers. Oh no, not again. But then something sort of miraculous happened. Out of nowhere, one of the cool beans helped me clean it up. He didn't even say anything. He just gave me a nod. That was it. Later, I was out on the playground. I tripped and scraped my knee and maybe cried a little bit. Everybody saw it. Another one of the cool beans came to my side, and without a word, he dusted me off. That afternoon, I was sitting in class. I wasn't really paying attention. I didn't notice that, but our teacher had called on me. Everyone was staring. I sat there in silence. Nobody said anything. And then, everyone just laughed at me. That was it. After today, I was officially a has-been. But then, one of the cool beans stood up and came over to me. Everybody watched. She leaned in close and whispered, "Hey, the teacher asked you to read from page 32. Then she gave me a quick wink and went back to her seat. It was a small gesture, sure, but it was also everything. I walked home with a goofy smile on my face. I smiled all the way through dinner. That day made all the difference. It was a day that really could have been really bad, if not for the kindness of a few cool beans. Somebody had my back, or a few somebodies. After that, I started hanging out with the cool beans again. How have you been? Get it? How have you been? Not all the time, but sometimes. At lunch, after school, even on the weekends. Throughout all this, I realized that it's not about how you look or any of that other silly stuff. It's about a wink or a nod or a smile at just the right moment. It's about dusting someone off and helping them up again and pointing them in the right direction. You need a hand? Yes, please. Now that's cool. The cool beans. So you can get this book in the book fair, but they don't just have picture books. They also have chapter books. That's right. Here's a chapter book for you guys by Mika Hashimoto. It's called Bound for Home. Mika Hashimoto is the author of The Trail. This book, gotta love a book about cats and dogs. We got Mix, who's a shelter dog who just wants his freedom. We got Emmy, who's a lonely girl who secretly wants a place to call home. And Red. Red's a cat that's never needed anyone or anything beyond her own sharp wits. And can the three of them survive a journey deep into the woods? Sounds like a good one. Cats, dogs, and kids on a journey? Can't beat it. Available in the book fair.